Alright guys, so we got a brand new engine here. What we're going to be doing is a welded block. I buy them as a whole engine just for the blocks because I sell a lot of the Hemi heads and they're hard to source. So I pick up usually 5 of these at Harbor Freight at a time. So I'm just opening up another engine. I'm going to be stripping this down, take this all down to a block. I'm going to be doing a welded block for a customer. And I'll show you guys how I weld up a block. Alright, so it's been about 5 minutes. Engine's pretty much stripped down. Just gonna pull the flywheel off, crack the side cover, pull the guts out of it. Head's off, all the other pieces are off. These things really blast apart when you've done them before. I mean, literally 5 minutes. So next I'm gonna take this thing down, get it down to a bare block. When we got it down to a bare block, then I'm gonna start with the cardboard, making the template for the top plate and the side plate and the jug. After that, we'll cut them out of the aluminum, out of the pieces and the thicknesses we're going to be using in those areas, and then we'll get it all welded up. So next, let's get the block stripped down to bare block. Be right back. Block completely stripped down, governor removed, top bar governor removed. Guys, and if you're removing the governors, these things, do it the smart way, especially if you're stripping the block down. Right here on the outside, you get yourself a punch set like this, and just with the hammer, drive it right through. Just drive the pin straight out. Here's the pin right here. Fuck going in there with all those little screwdrivers and shit. Just take the whole goddamn mess right out. One whack. But yeah, there's the block. So now, cardboard templates, and cut the stuff out and starts the welding. Alright, so the next step after you strip down the block and everything, you want to make the cardboard templates. I have made the cardboard templates and traced them onto my stock material. I have the top cut out, 1/2 inch side plate cut out, 1/8 inch. And next I just got to do the jug, the base of the jug, and then we'll get to welding it up. Just wanted to give you a little sneak peek before I did the last piece, and I'll get back to you right before I do the welding. Alright, so the last and final piece has been made, shaped and sanded. So those are the 3 pieces I'm going to be putting on this block. So now, I mean, this is the cleanest way you can do it. Pretty neat. So the next step here is going to be to weld them on. So let me get to welding. Alright, so I have the block laid down here on its side. We're going to be welding in a internal bearing support and just the side, the dowel pin and the side cover support. Can't get my big fat hands in the way, but so yeah, these are the final pieces. These, along with the lower jug, side cover support, lower jug, internal bearing support. We're gonna have the top spine. Had to remove the governor arm boss. And we're going to be doing the welded on side piece for the side bearing support and side jug support. So it's going to be fully welded up, so next time you see it, we'll start the welding. Alright, so we got the top piece welded on. Some of it not finalized. Was doing it the other day and had to stop. But that's welded on, and right now what I'm doing is prepping the side, which has mostly been done. Besides cutting out the piece and making the template, you need to go over this, sand it all down, and wipe it down with acetone and a rag. Just got done wiping it down. As you can see, the black stuff that comes off of it, this was a brand new rag, so And another thing, you got to sand, you know, the block. So I take and I scribe a score line around whatever piece of metal it is I am attaching to the block, and then I just follow that around. It's kind of cumbersome, and you got to, you know, go around every single one of these because this plate, you know, goes around all of that. So, you know, I score a line with a pick and scratch a line, and then, you know, go around all of this and around this bearing and sand it out, and then wipe that down with acetone. So next thing is this is all wiped down now, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna attach the side plate cover, so the side bearing support, side jug support. So I'm gonna attach this side plate, and I'll get back to you. So we're welding now. Got this seam going down here. Got a seam going here. Just stitching on the side panel. Side bearing support. Still need to go around the side bearing. It's hot. Got the bottom welded. Got the back of it welded. And just letting it rest for a second. It's really hot. So next I'm just going to get here, and I'm going to check with the customer. I did a really good job notching out around these bosses. I just want to see if he wants me to weld around those or leave them. Sometimes it can get a little messy looking welding around them. But we'll check with him, see what he wants to do. You know, it's got a really good bite here, and you know, this is all, that jug is really supported up here and then really supported down the side, and that's all braced in here, and this will do the side bearing support, the side jug support. Welding around those bungs, really not necessary for any strength. Did weld up the governor hole in the back and the governor hole up top. So actually he's texting me now, so let me jump back when I get the rest of this side welded and see what he wants to do, and then we'll do the internals. Alright, so side bearing support, outer side bearing support is done. Talked to the customer, he said he's leaving it up to me. You know, I took my time when I cut this out and, you know, really notched around these things real close and nice. There's like a vein, there's two veins, one that runs this way and one that runs this way, and they're like tapered angles that come off this side bearing. You know, there's one that goes here and one that goes here, so I kind of feathered this into that and then pulled it together down the seam there. And really just been taking my time with the welding. Here's, just for an example, here's a block. This is how the weld's coming out on this. This is a block I did a while back. So, you know, it's really coming a long ways. The welding's just unbelievably leaps and bounds. So, alright, so at this point we got, you know, pretty much everything externally welded on. Internal bearing support, and we're working on this piece. I'll tell you, shaping this piece has been a nightmare. Even with the template and then bringing that to the aluminum, it was tough. I left some meat on it when I put the crank in and stuff like that. I might have to clearance this a little bit more, but I didn't want to make it too small to begin with, so I left it where it's got a really good support here in the corner, maybe even overkill, but I could always trim that back at a later date. It would be harder to add material, so instead of, like, you know, scooping this all out, I left it. If I can get the crank in and everything in with that piece like that, that would be great. If not, I can clearance it at a later time when I'm in there clarencing the crank and cam and rod and everything. But yeah, getting the internals on the block all welded up. I mean, this thing is going to be a full-blown competition block. Bottom jug support, top jug support. Got the complete side piece on, internals. So this guy's getting the works. Let me get this thing welded and I'll get back to you. All right, So the block welding is complete. We got the top plate, top spine welded on. We get the side piece welded. Side bearing support welded on there, nice. Some long runs. Welded up the, looks like a nipple. Welded up the governor gear shaft hole, along with the governor shaft arm hole on top. Did the jug, bottom jug support. We did the internal bracing. It's hot. Internal bearing brace, internal dowel pin and side cover support brace. Going to be using an ARC side cover. It's going to be a stroker and board, ARC stroker crank, PVL coil, PVL flywheel, oversized Wiseco piston, long rod. It's going to be a really nice build. Got another one over there, and I got another one that I'm doing for another customer. That one over there, and the other one's going to be in a 1-inch deck extension and a 3-inch sleeve in it. So you'll see that next. But this is done for the stroker crank and just the longevity of the block, so you can turn this thing hard and not even worry about it. If you're gonna do a stroker crank, I would highly recommend supporting the block. That's just a lot of stress, especially with an oversized piston and the stroker crank. It's just more than these things were made to handle, and you start turning those things 11,000 RPM, and it's just chaos on this block. So, you know, we put heavy duty material on this. This is 1/4-inch plate on the side, 1/2-inch plate on the top, and jug support, and 1/4-inch plate internally, all billet. So this block is as solid as it gets now. So this completes the block welding for the Predator 212 engine, and I'll bring you a complete, or maybe we'll do honing out the block next. You guys have seen that before though. So the next video I'll probably bring is when I'm doing the 1-inch deck extension on a block. So got that material in, and that'll be one of the next projects. I'm also getting slammed with a bunch of guys just sending in their engines to get rebuilt. Season's kind of coming towards the middle for some, the end for others, and they're starting to send in their engines to get rebuilt. So getting tied up with just regular stuff. But I don't think I've brought you guys a complete block welding video before, so there's that. So this is Paul from Paul's Carts. I'm Paul. If you need anything, give me a call, 781-492-7358. If you like the video, you know, give me a like. If you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. And until next time, have a nice day.